Hey guys, it's Meadow Sanders, and I'm here with
Allison Ramsey.
And today we will be doing Cobra Hit Job, and I'm gonna guess her job. Okay, so is your job education based?
Not technically, no.
Okay, is it like, do you provide a service? Like, do you sell things?
I do not sell things.
Okay, do you help people?
Yes.
Okay, well, I feel like every job does, but do you work in an office?
I do.
Okay. Do you work for the government in any type of way?
No, not technically for the government.
Okay, so is it like a private company?
It is.
Okay. Do you do like any film or media?
We do not.
Okay. Do you clean things? Is it like...
I do not clean things.
Okay.
If you saw my office, you would know.
Okay. Do you do things with like younger adults or like older people, or does it matter your age?
It does not matter your age.
Okay. Do you do like therapies, like that kind of range, like psychology, like?
Not by trade. However, I feel like I'm a therapist sometimes.
Okay, but you're not actually a therapist.
No, heavens no.
Okay. Do you do social work?
Not by trade.
Okay. Do you do mainly females, or is it like mainly males that are into this?
Mainly males.
Males. Okay. Do
I know, it could be anything.
I have no idea. Okay. Can you just explain to me what you do?
Yes, I'm the senior manager of human resources at an aerospace company.
Okay.
So like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm a therapist.
Yeah. So can you explain what like that kind of job like is?
What HR is?
Yeah, like what you do.
Yes. So human resources is kind of like your personnel department. So we do all the hiring. So we recruit and we hire, and then we also are, we administer policies and we make sure that people are following the policies.
Yeah.
We also are responsible for training and retention, succession planning. In my roles specifically, I'm on what is called the senior leadership team. So I do a little more of the strategic piece of HR, but also I like to get out on the floor and talk to employees and, see how they're doing and what we could be doing better as a company for them and those kind of things. So, I mean, HR is a little bit of everything. So we part of all the planning, part of all the policies.
Yeah, that's why it's so hard to guess what it was.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so can you tell us more about the company you work for?
Sure. I work for AAR, Component Services Hot Springs. And so we're part of the overall AAR. So Component Services is, we do maintenance, repair, and overhaul of airplane components. So AAR has facilities where the plane flies into a hangar and they do what's called, the repair on the plane right there. Yeah. But what our facility does here is we do the larger components that they can remove from an aircraft, and they put them on a truck and they bring them in. So if you tour our facility, and we do give tours quite frequently, you'll look at things, you'll see big wings, the thrust reversers, so the thing that actually powers that aircraft that are underneath the wings, the big round things. We repair those. So the customers, and it can be anywhere. We have commercial and we do military. So we have the big C-17 platform in our facility, and then we do the repairs for commercial. So that's Delta, FedEx, UPS, American Airlines, those things. We're located out by the college, and that's primarily what we do. So it's the larger components, not the smaller.
So, if a student, wants to get into that field, is there any, internships, or, once they graduate college, is there any, career opportunities open?
Absolutely, both, actually. We, in the summer, we usually have 1 to 4 interns. And the reason why is because we try to do a pretty intense internship, because For the most part, the last couple of summers, it's been engineering students.
Yeah.
So we'll take them from a university. We ask that, typically they're sophomore and above, older. So they come in and we assign them someone to work with that will give them direction. And so there is a curriculum that they'll go through. And generally it's some type of program. We help them walk through this program. They will design something or help us on some kind of design. And the whole time they're getting feedback, right? And at the end, they have to put a presentation together, what they learned. And generally it's about a 8 to 10 week process.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you get this job, and like what previous experience did you have for it?
So I used to work for a company where we did staffing. So I worked with different organizations and helped them find employees for their companies. And then I started in the management. And so I managed people and became part of their HR team. And a friend of mine worked at a company at the time was called Triumph, which was an aerospace company, and AAR acquired them recently or in the past couple of years. And so she called me and she was like, "Hey, I need an HR person." And I was like, "Oh, I'll help you find one." And she goes, "No, I want you." And I was like, "I'm never going to leave here." But anyway, ultimately she and I talked and it felt like a good strategy move for me professionally. And it was, in the end, it was a really good move. So.
Okay, so like what kind of education do you have for this?
So I have a bachelor's of arts in communication, ironically. So my my degree was to go into radio and TV broadcasting.
Yeah.
And that path didn't work out. So I started with this other company and ended up ultimately in HR. Because I love people and I like trying to help people and strategize with people and I don't know. I find them fascinating. Everybody's different. And I like to see what makes them tick and what makes them want to be better or do better or, what are their career goals and how can I get them from where they are today to where they want to be one day. And so anyway, that's why I do what I do.
So what is HR really like? It's like what
really like every day.
Yeah, like what does a typical day look like for you?
There's no way to define that. So every day, at the end of every day, I have a plan for the next day. And so, it's ticking all the boxes of the things that I know I need to do. I mean, there's always paperwork, there's always planning, there's discussions to have with people. There's different departments that we interact with. And so every day I make this list. And I don't know why I do it because I've yet ever to accomplish everything on the list, but I'm one of those that I prioritize my list. So the things that have to get done go at the top.
Yeah.
And the things that I'd really like to see get done go at the bottom. And then I walk in every day and then stuff happens. There's, things in HR. We'll have somebody that has attendance problems. And so I need to bring that person in and talk to them. And ultimately you may find out that there's other reasons why this person isn't coming to work on time or not coming to work at all. And we kind of walk through those because ultimately I think there's good in everybody. And to me, it's trying to find out why, why are you behaving this way? Why are you whatever? And then, making sure they understand that, we all make mistakes and those mistakes, we shouldn't allow them to define us. But at the end of the day, we also have a business to run. And so you have choices that you have to make every day. And it's either, you're going to figure out a way to get beyond this and be able to come to work or, you'll find somewhere else to go. Because it won't be with us.
So do you have any advice if you want to, if someone wants to go into the industry of HR or
Sure. There's actually degree paths for HR. If human resources is the pulse of an organization. We're not the most important, obviously, but we are the pulse, right? Because we touch every single person that comes in the door, whether in the beginning or in the middle and in the end, we're always there. And, I think if you're someone, it's kind of like a nurse to a hospital and to a doctor.
Yeah.
That's what HR is to an organization. It's really the pulse of that organization. And if you don't have a good human resource team, ultimately the organization will not be successful. So if you want to help people, because that's what we do all day long, sometimes it's frustrating because they can't get out of their own way. But at the end, when you see someone be successful and grow and know that you helped with that, it's the ultimate satisfaction.
Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for providing some insight on HR for everyone. And that's all I have for you.
Thank you.